and then we rarely see it again. It's basically each type of portal mechanic gets its own unique thing, basically, and it gets its moment to shine, and then from there it gets to we kind of throw it in the back, say, hey, this is something we know how to do, and then focus on something else in the next world. And how many puzzles are there?
A lot.
Yeah. Let's see if Noah remembers how to do this. Nope. Wrong one. Woo! Yeah, it's a little bit too small. So what does this do? Is this the same thing? Yep. Alright, so now, one of the main things when it comes down to puzzle level design is you want to basically, you find a single mechanic, like I was mentioning before, and then you want to iterate on the mechanic and just keep going over and over and over again with different ways of making it. Nintendo does this a lot. If you've played any of the Super Mario Worlds, or I think what the most recent Super Mario World does this a lot, the one on the Wii U, where each world will have a specific mechanic, specific thing, like flipping blocks, stuff like that, and you only ever see it for that world, but you see every iteration that they can think of that they find is good in that world. And then it usually leads up to a big boss battle. Mark Brown, who creates Game Maker's Toolkit, has an excellent video on Nintendo's game design theory and how they do things like that. Like how, and their whole structure of almost short stories with mechanics of build this, then that, and then you're done with it. Alright, what do you need me to do? Is that this is going to be a long fling.
Yeah, but where's the... Oh, it's over here.
Okay.
I think.
Yes. Walk around, don't go through the thing.
Yeah, I know.
Stand on the thing and then hit the thing behind. Wrong one.
Dang damn it. Every time.
So the whole idea behind all of these that was silly of me. Step on the button. Got it. There we go. And now hold on, don't, because you'll fizz it. I need to figure out.
Run up there. I'll pass it up to you.
Yeah, that's how it works. So we did flinging. And then we've done infiniflinging, which I'm calling what we've been doing, and now we're doing infiniflinging with another little fun twist. Infiniflinging. I don't actually know, because it's like the infinitely falling into a fling.
But I can appreciate the desire to stop and smell the testing. That other scent you smell, that's the stench of my utter disappointment in you.
So we're gonna, you'll see, and I honestly don't remember because we didn't get through this when we were doing a test run, and the last time we played the co-op was like May of 2011, something like that. So I don't remember exactly all these puzzles, but there are things that we'll be covering in different worlds that we won't be seeing in these. So I don't think we actually need what I just posted there, so... I guess I'm hopping into this. More infiniflinging! Wrong one again.
You.
The light blue one, Noah. There we go. And got it. Do we both have to do this?
No, you're supposed to go down. Go
Oh,
through the portal.
okay. Yeah, that was on me. My bad. Try that one more time. So this is just another iteration of how we can use, oh, come on, get it, got it, on how we can use different,
Begin juggling test in 3, 2, 1.
juggle, just different mechanics over and over again, but in different manners. So it's kind of like if flinging is vanilla, then what we're doing here is like vanilla with strawberry frosting and a chocolate mousse. It's still a vanilla. Cupcake, but it's just a different way of doing it. Sorry about that. My phone was chirping at me.
Did you notice I didn't even stay to the end of your last test? I was confident you could finish.
Thanks.
You know where I was? I was outside watching some deer frolic. You don't even care about the outside, do you?
So for this level, this is still technically flinging, but now it's kind of a mechanically assisted flinging through the aerial faith plates here, which are those things right there. And we'll be seeing those more as we go through. I think the next world does aerial faith plates more. I think. Aerial faith plates basically, they will launch you to a set position at a set velocity. Which means, alright, so I need to be over here. And where do I need to go? Oh, ha, I see. Never mind. So now that we're going through and we're learning more and more different things and different types of mechanics that we can use and things like that, we're now being tested on the mechanics that we are specifically...
It's your turn.
Yep. That we're specifically looking at. And like I mentioned with the different types of pudding and not pudding, different types of cupcake. This is just another one of those things. Now what do I need to do? Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, yeah, walk yourself through it and then come back out.
Okay, so that was your fault.
Yep, totally my fault. What is that going to do? This looks like it's starting to get a little nuts. So, as I mentioned earlier, remember how when we were doing some of those early puzzles back in World 1, I was kind of doing things while Noah goes off and does... I enable Noah to do certain things. And in this particular case is now kind of a bit of a seesaw now. So he does a thing that allows me to do a thing, and then I do a thing that will allow him to do a thing. Like, I'm now doing this. I need you to open that back up, Noah. And then I need to kind of... How is this working again? I have my portals here, but they'll disappear as soon as I walk out. I'm trapped. Help. Which is fine, because I'll be able to use this to talk. So we're going back and forth now. And so the leader of the puzzle is going back and forth now that as the designers feel that they've confidently been able to instruct the player on how to manage.
You skipped a part.
Did I?
Yeah. Pass me the cube.
Oh, okay. So we're now bouncing back and forth between roles, and that's when you're dealing with when you're dealing with co-op puzzle games, you want to be able to establish who's the role and then what steps are going to be, and through the progression of difficulty, you want to make sure that. Do you need me to jump down? Yeah, that's where the exit is. Thanks. So we want to be able to enable kind of a progression of difficulty, and one of those things that we'll do is by how roles are juggled, and it's kind of you don't want to necessarily make it a hard puzzle to solve per se, but you through just figuring out the proper order. But the difficulty can come from figuring out the pieces and the order that those pieces need to go in. And now that there's two people, since two people then have to juggle it, that increases the complexity. Beforehand, it was just me going, all right, hold the laser on that thing, Noah runs through. Hold the laser on that thing, Noah drops a couple of portals. Hold the laser on that thing, Noah runs through. Now this is I do a thing, Noah does a thing, I do two things, Noah does one thing because I did that two things, I do one more thing, and then Noah does two more things. That's infinitely more, well, not really infinitely, but it's much more complex than it was before. Do you need me to drop? Yeah, I need to go there and there. And you're going to need, there's one right all the way over there. Do you see it? Oh, wait, hold on. I think I know. Hold on. Head back up there, Noah. I see what we have to do. So I saw this gate here, and this is how I know what we need to do. Go ahead and fling yourself. I did it. So I saw this gate here, and that's how I knew, hey, that's a thing that we needed to do. Oh, I guess I should probably do that one. Hold on, yeah. So I saw that I was hey, I saw that gate, so obviously I need to pass through, and then I saw these two slanted boards, which basically is Portal's language of saying this is going to be a fling. Alright, you ready? Do you have your portals up?
Yep, I already have them set up.
And so, since I've done that, I knew, hey, this is something that we probably need to do. I was right. Wait, crap. Drop it. There we go, and now I'm going to do that one more time. Up through, boop, and boop. Through, there we go. And so since I saw that one little hint there, and it was just through the way that it kind of blended in terms of how the visuals were, but in general it stood out, and that's what and my eye was drawn there, and so I saw the two slanted things. I was all right, we got to do multiple flings here, and that's how I knew that we needed to go that way. Now we're going with aerial faith plates, which means we're going to have multiple aerial faith plates at once now, which basically is kind of the next step up on aerial faith plate training. Do you need me over there?
No, press the button.
Too short. But now you know timing.
Press the button.
I see, you gotta catch it. Got it. Alright, hold on. I got this now.
You are doing wonderfully. Excellent.
You are pushing it way too late.
There we go. Alright, grab it. Yeah. Okay, that one was almost perfect. Science. That was early. So this is one of the ones that I didn't personally like very much. I want to let you go through one more cycle there. There we go. This is one of those where I wasn't really a big fan of the little late. Hold on, and there. I'm not really a fan of this type of level because it does require timing, and that gets really difficult, especially when
A
there's
little bit later than that.
especially when there is a either a communication barrier or an interface
Earlier.
barrier. All right, I gotta let you go through one more time. That's too early. Maybe. Hold on. One last time.
I'm feeling it's going to be more than one.
Yeah. Got it! Did it first time. First try! So, I don't really like these types of puzzles because they do require timing, and when you're dealing with multiplayer specifically, lag compensation and timing get to be a little bit complex and a little frustrating. So you need to add in a lot of leeway, and I just don't think that this one has that leeway.
Is this even science?
I died.
Perfect.
As Noah planned. Go through here.
Jeez, what's taking you so long?
Yeah. So for those of you who are just joining us, welcome. My name is Joe Raddick. I am a level designer, freelance, independent. Joined with me today on the show is my good friend and co-developer and business partner, Noah Erosion. Say hi, Noah.
Hi, Noah.
We're playing through some Portal 2 co-op. We're going to be talking about the level design a bit. It's gonna be a bit more of a fun stream, just in the sense that Noah and I are rather silly with this, and it's co-op, so you get to have a little bit more. There's a little bit more
Real encouragement?
leeway for creativity. Well, I'll just say it that way.
You are the most advanced model of robot aperture science has ever discontinued.
You see what we have to do.
That's the floor.
Thank you. Yeah, so you'll get one there. You'll get one there, and then on the other side there, and then we'll go at the same time. This is another one of those timing puzzles that I'm not a huge fan of, but they do allow, through these little dials here, they do have a bit of leniency on what you want to do, right? So... there we go.
Oh.
Oh yeah, this one. I remember this one. Let me grab some water before we do this. Now for this one, they add a lot of lenience, but it's a very punishing lenience in the sense that we have these giant slammers here, and they take a good amount of time to open, and the way that it's set up is that there is plenty of time to be able to recover if needed. And so you have these guys just come on through and they'll crush down, and before you even get a chance to walk down there, because the first thing you'll see is the laser, and then you'll see the laser cube. The first thing you'll see is let me grab that. I think I have to stand on that. Go. Nope, come back. You'll have the laser cube there, and you will basically you'll see the crushers before you even get there, so there's no chance of you being able to wander in and doing exactly that.